What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and some more Lunar coverage here as we wrap up the scenario reviews here with the final one, Unstable Relations. So this is a 7-turn scenario. A lava cave home to many resources has served your crew well for the past week. Unfortunately, on the other side of a deceptively thin wall, the same cave system has been serving your rivals. The explosive charges crumbled this wall and have now left the system unstable. As the dust settles, a gray suit can be seen in the center of the rubble, slowly moving but obviously injured. So here you have kind of a funky scenario set up here. Let's take a look at it. So it's 2x2 board and is meant for 2 or more players. All edges on the board are considered impassable terrain, except for the 4 inches on either side of a team's deployment marker. Taking turns, each player places 2 medium-sized impassable terrain pieces to represent cave formations for a total of 4 pieces. Then place 4 mining nodes on the table as close to the positions shown on the map as possible. Place a body marker as close to the center of the table section as possible as well. And you roll for initiative. So the winner chooses any point on a straight board edge, places a marker for that location, and deploys their crew wholly within 4 of that spot. The other player's crew does that on the opposite edge, again using a marker to designate the point as well. No environmental hazards. There's again plenty already going on here. Win conditions. The crew that collects the most supplies and escapes by the end of round 7 wins. Any unit left outside of the deployment zone at the end of round 7 is considered to be removed from play for post-game rolls. So the mission may end early again if only one crew remains because of the other crew having been killed or they've fled. Special rules here. So the grayed suit, a mystery unit can be seen in the middle of the gray lunar rubble. You may drag this unit to your deployment zone for safety. Any unit dragging this unit must, little typo here, must be in base-to-base contact with the down unit and will move half its normal mobility. Then we got rockfall, so special hazard here actually. At the end of every round, roll a hazard dice. On a single hazard, roll a 2d6 and use a scatter token to determine where a partial cave-in has occurred, measuring from the center of the board. On a double, you do it twice. Units within 2 inches of this point take a piercing attack of +2 and are exerted for essentially dodging the cave-in. This area is now considered impassable terrain. The units will automatically move to the nearest point of the board outside of the impassable terrain. So really what it creates is not only the hazard effect of it, but a board state that will potentially evolve here and change the layout and sort of maybe even the navigable paths that you can really take to being successful, which really could definitely change your approaches depending on which objective nodes you're going for and or the gray suit. So really interesting way here to sort of modify the table throughout. So post-game, the winning crew gains 5 credits, the losers get 2. If a crew successfully covers the mystery unit, they first roll to see whose unit it is. So you roll a hazard dice on a roll of 1 or 2. It's the opponent's faction. On a blank, it's yours. Now roll on the lasting injuries table for the unit as if it was removed from play. The unit is a generalist with 2 oxygen due to the injuries sustained in the cave-in. The unit may be fielded in subsequent games. Assuming the unit lives and there's no other accidents, you may sell or give the unit back to your opponent during the bartering phase. So interesting there. Now the nodes themselves, so A and B are the easier ones here, so just 1 resource and 3 per node on a 4-up. C and D, the tougher ones, again 6 up here, 2 resources, and then 6 total per node. So definitely a lot going on in this one. Kind of a unique setup here too, which could give you some inspiration for creating your own custom scenario. So having some, not necessarily on the lunar surface, but in like cave systems, and maybe even creating a different type of map where there's maybe tunnels and still using the rockfall rules and stuff like that. So it could be really, really interesting to kind of incorporate a lot of these different elements here. So instead of just resource gathering, you have sort of a special, unique resource you could pull, which then could also affect campaign play. So interesting elements there, certainly. So, and again, the fact that the board state itself could change with, increasing impassable terrain and the random nature of it as it scatters really should present a unique scenario each time. So let us know your guys' thoughts on Unstable Relations, how you've approached that, how that's played out for you, and what kind of gear and kit you've taken for your faction. So let us know in the comments, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe as well, and we'll have more Lunar content for you soon as we start looking at some of the other aspects of the game, and then showing you guys some how-to videos as well. Thanks so much for watching.